Shalom, Mishmur Gadoth.
Hey, Shalom, to y'all about to y'all say what's good.
Hey, what's going on with your priest?
Ain't nothing but the other one. Just calling it the class.
All right, Most High in Christ. Let me set this right here real quick. All right, we online with it too, so. Hey, just say something for me again so I can make sure I put you at the right volume. But for sure.
Come.
All right, Most High in Christ. Sounds solid. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ragathum. My brothers, Yahweh Shamar Alathun. Bahashem Yahweh Shah, my sisters. Priest and officer of 5,000 Rakab at the Israelite School of UPK. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. So, today, we're going to go into the importance of being a separate people, right? And how we've come to believe that being integrated, Christ ain't about integration. The prophets, the disciples, they was neither about integration. You understand that? So before I get into the subject matter, what I want to do is open the floor up to any questions. You got any questions, priest? Hey, the guy, you still there? I can't hear you. Shit.
So I can say common card. I had it on mute.
All right, no sweat. You got any questions, Warrior?
So that is this time.
All right, no sweat. Because you're gonna be reading, you could just take your phone off of mute. All right, you got your sword, right?
So just give me 1 second.
All right, no sweat. All right. Bear with us 1 second, Israel, while the brother grabbed his sword.
All right, common card, sir.
We gonna bust it down.
So what up, sir?
All right, Most High in Christ. So we gonna spark it off with Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Let me know when you got that.
Common card. So like this, y'all have it.
All right, when you got it, go ahead and read.
Common card. This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
For thou art
For
the
thou.
only people.
On 1 second. 1 second. For thou. You understand? Who is this talking to? This is the Most High talking to the Israelites. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
Are an holy people.
Are holy people. Hold on. Slow down, priest.
Thy God.
Slow down, priest.
Power off.
What's going on here? Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Shalom, Lord of Christ.
Shalom, sir.
Oh, Salakia, go ahead, run that back one more time. I don't know what happened to this joint.
Like this, sir. There's like a little bit of an echo.
Just a little bit of an echo.
Come.
I mean, how severe is it?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you. You know what I'm saying? How severe is that echo that you hearing?
Okay. So like when I read, it's just kind of like I'm just hearing myself read it.
It's like a reverb, or is it like, an echo?
I think like something like a reverb.
Oh, all right, ain't no sweat, right? You Tawab though, right?
I'm not hearing it right.
All right, Most High in Christ.
Okay, calm.
All right, let's come on with it. Let's start that thing from the jump one more time.
Yes, sir, calm. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou
For
art a
thou,
holy people.
for thou art a holy people. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are a holy people. When you look at the word holy, the first thing you have to understand is that this is a transliteration from the Hebrew word quadash, which means separateness or withdrawn. All right. So the Most High said, we are a separate people. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Most High, our power. The Lord is our strength, right? And our association with him is what makes us powerful. It's what gives us power. When we disassociate from the Most High and what the Lord laid down for us to do, that's when we become weak and powerless. All right, go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
The Most High chose the Israelites. The Most High chose Israel. Right? Go ahead.
Special people unto himself.
To be a special
Above
people.
all people.
Hold on, priest. Where we at? To be a special people. Right? What does special mean? What does it mean to be special? Come on with it, priest. You got that? You know what it mean to be special?
Common concept. If I may, set apart.
Set apart. Give me something a little more impactful.
Common concept. It means not to be like like the rest of society.
Yeah, not to be like the rest of society, right? But if we are special people, think about Christianity. If you was cutting Christianity and the Most High just said clearly right here in this specific verse that the Israelites are a special people unto himself, right? Doesn't the Most High love everybody? Aren't we all the same? Meaning, you and I are the same in the truth. You understand? We go through the same correction. We go through the same method that's been passed down to raising up brothers and sisters in this truth. There's no favoritism. There's no respect of persons. You understand? But this right here, from a Christian's perspective, they going to see and they going to think all nations. You know what I mean? They going to think the Most High thinks all the nations are the same to him. You know what I mean? There's no difference. Right? But the Most High said that the Israelites was a special people unto himself. Special means to be superior in some type of way, right? Let's put it like this, right? You work in construction, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's say you got your pair of boots that you rock when you go to camp. You know what I'm saying? I seen them joints. They some bad boots, right? And then you got your boots that you wear to the slavery, right? That you wear for construction to do your job, right? Now, do you care about those work boots that you work construction in versus the ones that you come to camp in?
So like this, I do not care about the work boots, but I do care about my other boots or my camp boots.
And why is that?
Well, they're special, they're not, you know.
Right, exactly.
Special boots.
Those boots are something that's special to you they're superior in some type of way. They're higher in quality, right? And the Most High made us to be a superior race in comparison to all the other nations on the earth. You know what I mean? How did he do that? The Most High had ordained for the ruling government body under Christ to be a dictatorship that rules over all the other nations. Right? Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Salaki, I got a little ahead of myself, but that's what you understand? Above, right? Now, I thought we was all supposed to be equal, right? If you above somebody, you know what I mean? Are y'all on the equal playing field? La, you're not equal. If you above somebody, right? You got any more on that?
That's the end of it.
All right, drop that. Let me get Leviticus 20 and 24. 20, 24. Roll there with you. Matter of fact, yeah, go there. Start at verse 1. Start at verse 1. Start at verse 1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
So this is the Most High speaking.
Again,
this is something that the Most High is communicating, right? The Lord spake unto Moses, right? Go ahead.
Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel.
Thou shalt say to who? Thou shalt say to who? Hey, Salakia, is there like a delay when I'm saying when I'm talking? So it's taking you time to hear what I'm saying. You're not getting it straightforward. Huh? Okay. No sweat. All right, no sweat. Let me see real quick. I'm gonna take you off of that. I'll take you off of that real quick. Right? All right, come on. What it sound like now?
I can hear you a little bit better, sir.
All right, no sweat. No sweat. You can hear me a little bit better? Or is there any delay or la? There's no delay, right? All right, Most High in Christ. We're going to rock it out like this for a little while. No, Rock, he said he going to get that to where, you know what I'm saying, we can infuse the conference call into the OBS. But in the meantime, we're going to get it like this just so everything can run a little more fluent. You know what I'm saying? All right, no sweat. Come on with it. I'm going to just hold you to the mic.
It says, Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
And the Lord spake unto Moses. So now the purpose of this is to identify who's speaking. Oftentimes when you read in the scripture, when you want to get a context of who's speaking, what you'll do is go to the first verse or the first two verses, and it'll help you find out who's speaking at the time. You understand? So I wanted to pull this just to show you that this is the Most High, you understand, speaking to the children of Israel. Now you could drop down to verse 24.
Verse 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land.
Ye shall inherit their land, meaning you're going to receive their land. Talking about, you know what I'm saying, the other nations, right? Who's going to inherit their land. Go ahead. We was going to have it put for possession, meaning that we was going to have dominion over this land, rulership, right? Go ahead. A land that floweth with milk and honey. Now, let's make this relevant, right? So we would have, the Most High was going to give us our own land that we would have dominion, rulership over, right? A land that floweth with milk and honey. Right now, this is something that's hard to comprehend because of how dependent we become on our oppressor for everything, right? Just think about having your own land and the benefits of it, the benefits that come with having your own land, right? So now you can be the manufacturer for cotton. You know what I mean? That's your clothing right there. That will sustain your need for clothing, right? Shelter. I know you do what you do, like the carpentry too, right? We got our own land. We have rulership, dominion on it. We don't have to pay taxes on the land. We just get the building on it. You can't go on any plot of land out here that the oppressor own and just start building up on it, right? Even if you wanted to. You know what I mean? But we would have our own land that we could build upon, right? You could make your own liquor because we would have our own agriculture, right? So the way that you make liquor is by using ingredients like corn, rye, right? Grapes if you want wine. You see what I'm saying? You can't even at least I know in Massachusetts you can't have a home distillery, right? That's illegal for you to do. You see what I'm saying? So you can't even make your own liquor, your own food. Now you got cattle, right? So you got cattle on the land, you got agriculture, the cattle breed with more cattle, you sustaining your necessity for eating. So you got food, clothing, shelter, right? So all your needs and wants will be satiated if we had our own land. And we can possess our own land. But go ahead, read on. He what?
Separated you from other people.
No, he integrated us with other people.
Separated you from other people.
You understand that? The Most High intended for the Israelites to be a separate people, to be an independent nation, a fully functioning society. You understand? Drop down to 26. And ye shall be holy unto me. Right? So we gonna be holy. We gonna be separate unto the Most High. What makes us separate to the Most High? Better yet, let me ask you another question. What doesn't make us holy? I put it to you like that.
So like I said, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
by not following the laws.
Okay. Be a little more specific. Give me an example.
An example will be like pretty much eating the wrong foods or like adultery or something like that.
Right. Eating the wrong foods, eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, disregarding the dietary law that the Most High established for us, right? Adultery, which is what? What is adultery? Is it a man having multiple wives?
No, not answer.
Mm-hmm. So what's adultery?
Sleeping with another man's wife.
Sleeping with another man's wife. That's one aspect of adultery. What's the other portion?
Like lusting after her, or
Okay, yeah, That's adultery. That's adultery. You know what I'm saying? That's another way. Like looking at a sister and, you know, looking at her in a way that, you know, like you want that sister, right? Without confirming whether she has a man or not. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just wanna be looking at every sister and like, okay, dang, I smashed that joint. I tear that joint up, right? Without even verifying whether she has a man or not. You see what I'm saying? You want to make that solid confirmation so that way you don't commit adultery by looking at another man's woman in a lustful way. You know what I mean? Because that's a form of adultery. That's what Christ laid down. You know what I mean? He made the law hardcore, and he took it to an extent where, you know, that's something that would even be deemed unacceptable, right? Versus just the physical act, right? So yeah, adultery. What's the other aspect of adultery? So you got two of them.
I'm not sure.
All right, no sweat. So adultery is when another man lays with a married woman, like you said, right? Another one will be looking at a married woman in a lustful manner, correct? And another one is a sister that has a husband sleeping with a man that is not her husband. You see what I'm saying? And then you got the metaphoric form of adultery, which is like serving other gods. You know what I mean? Whoring on the Most High. Christianity, Islam. You know what I mean? Worshiping of false gods. Right? So these are some things that would make us unholy. Right? And all of the reason why you think you could eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, the reason why you think it's okay to sleep with another man's woman is because the root cause of it is Christianity. The root cause of it is Islam. Islam, the brothers in Islam is on the corners selling crack right now. I seen it with my own eyes. They selling crack on the corner right now. They prostituting black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. You understand? Like, it's by following these fictitious gods, that's something that makes us unholy, right? Because what differentiates us from an African when we want to worship Hotep? Listen, I don't even know that garbage like that. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. But I just know they say Hotep. You know what I'm saying? But we worshiping all of the gods of the Egyptians, right? Because you want to think that you African. You not holy in that regard because you doing that, right? You want to join yourself to the Arabs. You not holy to the Most High. You know what I mean? Because you doing everything that the Arabs do, right? That's not what the Lord laid down for us, right? So, like you said, in essence, the basic nature of it all is us keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what makes us holy unto the Most High. So we have our own land where adultery is unacceptable, where idolatry is unacceptable, where breaking the dietary law is unacceptable. You understand? Like, this is a land, homosexuality is another major thing that the Christian church, like the Christian church is responsible for the reason why we not holy. Like Martin Luther King. You understand? And all these preachers that we've been going to since, you know, you was a young brother. You understand? Like, I know my peoples brought me into the Christian church and things of that nature. And I heard, out of their own mouth, it was one Catholic church where the cat came out and said that they had a child molestation charge and they had to inform the congregation. Another time, it was a sister that was a preacher. You understand? And I'm going to this little church. It was a Haitian joint, right? And, she said out of her own mouth that we don't have to keep the laws because that's how righteous Jesus and God is. You know what I'm saying? That's how righteous Jesus and God is. That Christ died for us, so we don't have to keep the law anymore. And the whole time I'm sitting in there, I'm thinking to myself, dang, so, I can go sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? I could kill somebody. And because Christ died for me, that's acceptable. But then I came to the realization that didn't make any sense. Right? That did not make any sense. And I had to keep it real with myself. Like, I wanted to believe that when she said it, and I was just going through all the evil things that I could do because she said the law is done away with. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be in error with the Most High or Christ if I broke the law. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, why in the heck would Christ die so you could continue to sin? That don't make no goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because that's why the Black and Hispanic community is the way that it is today. Because going to the Christian church, it makes you absolutely lawless. And you don't have any accountability for what you do. You think as long as you go in there on Sunday and you sing and dance and hallelujah and roll on the ground looking like a goddamn fool, man, you know what I mean? And you put that little tithes money in there, for the whole rest of the week, you can be a complete demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem, man. You know what I mean? We not holy, man, because of these Christian pastors, man. We not holy because of Christianity and Islam. But when you come back to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High gonna bless you, man. I just be thinking about it right now. I be thinking like, the brothers and sisters in the Isupk, you know what I mean? If we all came together, because I hear about all of the skill sets that the brothers have, whether it be, a brick mason or electrician or a master carpenter. And I just look at all these things and I'm saying, man, what's preventing us from creating our own little society on our own land, you understand? And building it up. But I'm just thinking about it like, man, that wouldn't be righteous because, we be leaving all the brothers and sisters behind that's in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, realistically, if we wanted to take it to an extent where we absolutely, exclude ourselves from the society that we in and formed our own one inside of this one, you know what I mean? We could be living luxuriously. You know what I'm saying? But, listen, man, we gonna bring them tribes back, you know what I'm saying? Lord allow, man, you know what I'm saying? And when we get this kingdom, man, it will be no homosexuality. You ain't gonna have no sister dressing like no man. You ain't gonna have no man dressing like no woman. You know what I mean? There ain't gonna be no weed smoke. There ain't gonna be no cigarette smoke in the air. Only smoke you gonna come close to smelling is some frankincense and myrrh. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But go ahead, read on. Salaki, I kind of rolled that out a little too long. Come on with it. You got that, priest? You with me? For I, the Lord, 26.
For I, the Lord, am holy, and
Right.
have severed you from other people,
He what?
and ye should be mine.
What did he do?
So like this, sir, severed you
He severed
from
us
other people.
from other people. Right? What does it mean? What does severed mean? How would you define severed?
Like to be cut off.
Right? Cut off, divided, separated. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, would that be considered integration or segregation?
Segregation, sir.
That would be considered segregation. And when we were segregated as a people, it was more beneficial to us. Like, integrating with America hasn't profited us in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we was segregated, we had our own black schools. Like, you could start to see what a separation would look like. You know what I'm saying? You could see, you know, because it started to manifest. Like Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, you know what I'm saying? All these black-owned cities, you know what I mean? Where we had black schools, nightclubs, hospitals, you know what I mean? All of that. Right? Building our own things. And because we was involuntarily segregated, that's why you started to see all of that happen. Because why? Because I can't go to a white hospital. Here comes that dependency again that we was talking about, right? If I can't go to a white hospital, what eventually am I going to have to do? Mm-hmm. No. If I can't go to the white hospital.
If you can't go to the White House, then you gotta make your own hospital.
You got to make your own. Because what happened when somebody gets sick? Where they going to go?
Right.
Let's say somebody break their leg. What are you going to do? You just going to sit there on your hands and not do nothing? You're going to find a way, right? You're going to find a solution to that problem, right? You're going to have to become somebody in the community is going to have to come skilled in the medical field, right? If you can't go to the white restaurant, what you going to do?
Make your own restaurant.
You got to make your own restaurant. You got to make the own black restaurant. You can't hop on a white bus. You got to have your own bus system. Right? Can't go to the white nightclubs. You want to have a good time. You want to enjoy yourself. Right? You want to go out for the night. What you going to do? You're going to have to build your own nightclub. Right? By our involuntary separation from the oppressor, we was able to see a tremendous amount of growth. But because it wasn't of the Most High, you know what I'm saying? That's why places like Tulsa, Oklahoma, places like Rosewood all fell. You know what I'm saying? That's why they fell. But now imagine a society where we voluntarily separated from the oppressor and the Most High was on our side, right? We would be unstoppable. See what I'm saying? But any more on that? Or all right, no. Oh wait, no. Reed, you got a little more on that. After severed. Mm-hmm.
And has severed you from other people that ye should be mine.
That you should be mine. So meaning what?
Oh God.
Right now, when we live an unholy lifestyle, Salakia, meaning when we breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, when we are being adulterers, when we are up in Christianity and Islam, you know what I mean? When we trying to love our oppressor, when we trying to love the enemy, right? When we eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Man, I just seen this cat, Lil Boosie, man. He was like, he said, did you seen that joint? When he was like, man, God, he said, F the Most High, I'm gonna eat this pork. You know what I'm saying? Stuck his middle finger up clean to the Lord and said, I'm gonna eat this pork. You know what I'm saying? You not the Lord when you deal like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord is not gonna be on your side when you say things like that, when you do things like that. Right? We are not the Most High. The Most High disowned us for a period of time. You know what I'm saying? When we transgressing the law, the Most High ain't watching out for us no more. You know what I'm saying? He turned his face from us. He's no longer watching over us. You know what I mean? So we are not his. You know what I mean? Because why? Because you do the will of the oppressor. When you do the will of the oppressor, you know what that makes him? That makes him your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because you do what he tells you to do. When you do what the Lord say, that makes the Lord your daddy. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is your father. You see what I'm saying? So we gonna drop that on the joint. You know what I'm saying? Let me get 2nd Ezra 6:54. Let me see, make sure that's right. So pull 2nd Ezra 6:54, and then also pull Isaiah 40:17. So hold second. So pull 2nd Ezra 6:54, and hold Isaiah 40:17. All right. When you got that in 2nd Ezra, go ahead and read.
So this is the book of 2nd Ezra, 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou.
And after these, hold on 1 second, slow down. When you see the commas, right? So whenever you see a comma, you want to take a breath. All right. All right. And then if I tell you to read on, then you'll keep going. This is something you want to know from when you at camp. You know what I'm saying? You want to just, when you see a comma or you know what I'm saying, or a semicolon or something like that, take a breather real quick. See if the teacher wants you to read on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then boom. Or if not, they'll break it down. Another thing, you know what I'm saying? There might not always be a comma, but with another thing you want to take note of is there's certain places where, like in Revelation 1:13, you know what I'm saying? There's no comma right there where it says white, right? But with time and seasoning, you gonna know, okay, white, I want to take a breather at white because I know that the teacher wants to explain that this is referring to the color. Like wool, right? Boom, you want to pause right there. Like wool, right? Because he wants to explain that this is the texture. You see what I'm saying? It might not always be, but you know what I'm saying? Through time, you're gonna know when to stop. But most definitely, when you see a comma, just hit the brakes real quick. You know, I tell you to hit the gas, or I tell you to stay on the brake. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, no sweat. Take that joint from the top, Book Show.
Concept. The book of Second Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these,
Go ahead.
Adam also.
Adam also. Who is Adam? Adam is the first brother that the Most High gave the truth to, the breath of life. He was the only brother at that time that was responsible enough to play the position that the Most High needed him to during that time period. Go ahead.
Whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
He made him Lord of all the creatures. What is this referring to? You know, Adam named all the beasts of the field, the fowls of the air, the insects, or what have you. That's why it's calling him the Lord of all thy creatures. Go ahead.
Of him come we all.
Of him come we all. What is that talking about? That's referring to all the nations as we know today that are on the face of the earth. So Chinese, Japanese, East Indian, Arab, African, you know what I'm saying? Hawaiians, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? We all come from Adam, correct? Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So, out of all the people of the earth, all the nations, the Most High has a chosen people from amongst all of those people, right? Drop down to 50, 56. Drop down to 56. As for the other people, what is that talking about? The other people being mentioned here is referring to those who aren't the Most High's chosen ones, right? Go ahead. Which also come of Adam, right? Adam is their predecessor. The other people that aren't the Most High's chosen people, just like the chosen people who aren't the other people, Adam is all of their predecessor, right? Go ahead. Thou hast said they are nothing. The Most High doesn't value the other nations, right? So you got Isaiah. Hold that. Let me get Isaiah 40 and 17. Bo Shaw.
All nations before him.
Hold on. You want to read? Hold on 1 second. You want to get Isaiah 40 and 17, and you want to call out the scripture and the chapter and the verse.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 17.
All nations, right? So, all nations is talking about anybody that is a non-Israelite, right? He said they are what? They are as nothing, right? Meaning all of the non-Israelite people are invaluable to the Most High and void of any importance to him, right? Go ahead.
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
Less than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what is less than nothing? Right? Like this mean like all the other nations on the earth that ain't Israelites, they could cease to exist and it wouldn't, the Most High would be unaffected by it. You know what I'm saying? If all the other nations of the earth just cease to exist, they are less than nothing to him. It would have no effect on the Most High whether they were here or they were not. Right? Go ahead. Like, he don't even acknowledge them as a people. And then I'm gonna get to that, but go ahead. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Come on with it. And vanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, these other nations, like, just think Donald Trump, for example, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Donald Trump, he's a representative of, you know, I'm trying to forge this correct. I want to stay on YouTube, priest. You know, understand? They want to kick us off, but let me just say, I won't even say Donald Trump. I'm gonna just say the oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? They have a inflated sense of pride in themselves. You know what I'm saying? As it pertains to their achievements and their abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you got these cats, they went to the moon. You know what I'm saying? They think that they doing something major. You know what I mean? They got satellites in space, what have you. You know what I mean? They got nuclear capabilities, right? They think that they're unstoppable. You know what I mean? I heard a video where Donald Trump was talking about his Space Force program, right? Now Donald Trump said, we have to have American superiority in space. As if the Most High isn't superior to anything that they could ever invent. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they do or go up there with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are never going to be equivalent to or greater, more superior than what the Most High has in store in his arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an inflated sense of pride that you got. You know what I mean? Like, to even think like that. But, yeah, and then all them gods they got, you know what I mean? Like, that's nothing. It's vanity. Like, they out here serving a rock. These cats is encircling a rock, kissing stones and all that garbage. You know what I mean? They out their goddamn mind, man. But go ahead. That was the end of Isaiah. Go back to 2nd Ezra's 6 and 56. Yeah, go back to 2nd Ezra 6 and 56. Man, these cats is on a whole nother level, priest. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, where was we at? And it was for the other people. Thou has said that they are nothing. Yeah, start. Yeah, right there. Start right there, but for sure. They are nothing. All right. Be like under spittle. So, like, if you just, you know, spit, right? Not even the main spit that comes out your mouth, but the little particles that fray off to the side, right? That's what they are. Like, he's likening the other nations to spit. You know what I'm saying? So, let's read on. The abundance of them. Now, think about this, right? So, he has likened the abundance of them, right? The abundance of them. So, let me see, make sure that's correct. So, approximately 70% of the Earth's entire population is comprised of the non-Israelite races. You know what I'm saying? So the abundance of them. Go ahead. And it's like, if I'm not mistaken, let me check real quick. Like, just think about all of that, man. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure. How many people are in the world? So lucky I had to do it, man. 7.53 billion heads on the goddamn earth, man. 70% of that number, right? So that's the abundance of the heathen races. Go ahead. And that, like, you think about it. Hold on, before I go on, right? You think about that. They, they're more than us. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
A drop that falleth from a vessel. What is a vessel? A vessel is a hollowed out container made for holding liquids. You know what I'm saying? So he likening the abundance of them as a drop that falleth from a cup. You think about it, if you just went in the kitchen and poured yourself a glass of water and you filled that joint to the that joint kind of smoky. And you filled that joint to the brim. You know what I mean? You filled your cup all the way to the top, and as you began to walk with the cup, a little bit fall off the top of the cup. Is you really sweating that fall out off the top of the cup? You ain't even sweating that, man. That's how the Most High, that's how he views the heathens. You know what I'm saying? But let me see, where was that? Like any bundles of drop that falleth from a vessel. So a drop that falleth from a vessel. Now, go back to Isaiah 40, and then let me get 15 now this time. So Isaiah 40 and 15. Let me get there with you. All right. Isaiah 40. You got it? All right, come on with it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold.
So look. Go ahead. Oh, no, I was just saying where it said behold, meaning look.
Oh,
remember them commas, man. Don't forget them commas. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
So the nations are as a drop of a bucket. This is what we just read about in the second Esdras. A drop that falleth from a vessel, right? There's the drop of a bucket. So this is just further emphasizing how inconsiderable the heathens are to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And are counted as the small dust of the balance.
The small dust of the balance. The balance is would be the equivalent to a triple beam balance. You know what that is? You never seen like a triple beam balance? It's a scale. But it got like two plates. And like when you know what I'm saying, you put a certain amount of ingredients on one side, another side, you know what I'm saying? It weigh out. You don't know, you ain't never seen it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like a triple beam balance, a scale, like an old scale, not a digital joint. You know what I'm saying? So the small dust of the balance. So just think like you got ingredients like flour, or sugar. You know what I mean? The small dust would be the residue, right? So you get to finish weighing out your main ingredients, your flour, your sugar. You put it in the bag. Boom, you know what you're working with. You know what I mean? And there's a little flour left on the plate. You know what I'm saying? You really sweating that? What you gonna do with that? More than likely.
So like you said, like just flush that aside. Just
Yeah, you gonna wipe it off. Just get that out of here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even really sweating that junk. You know what I mean? Worrying about the main thing. That little residue don't concern you. You know what I mean? Uh, Go ahead.
okay. Uh, behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
He taketh up the isles as a very little thing. When you look at that word, I know that word isles is spelled funny. Hey, is it spelled funny in what you reading? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So isles, yeah, so isles uh is from the Hebrew word ahaya, which means no salakia. Ayah, salakia, which means snap. Island, salakia. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. So this is a statement that pertains to the heathen nations that have dominion over the various land masses that they inhabit. You know what I'm saying? You with me? So that's what it's talking. He taketh up the isles, the islands. He ain't talking about the islands. You know what I'm saying? He talking about the people that occupy the land, right? You know what I'm saying? So they a very little thing. They something very small to the Most High. You know what I mean? Um, and the reason why we going over this is just to shake off the Christianity. Like once again, I told you in the beginning, we gonna go over the Most High stance on integration and segregation, and you know how he feels about the other nations. You know what I mean? Not what you know what I mean. Your own heart will lead you to believe, or you know, I don't think the Most High hates anyone. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the most. I think the Most High loves everybody. I think we all equal in God's eyes. You see what I'm saying? But here, you know what I mean, we don't went over a few scriptures where the Most High is clearly stating, like this ain't coming out of my mouth. You look at the scriptures that we going over, this is coming from the Most High and what he's saying about it. You see what I'm saying? Every Christian gonna tell you they love God, you know what I mean? But do you do what the Most High say, or you just giving lip service? You know what I mean? Because here we going over how the Most High feel about these other nations. You know what I mean? I don't want to get ahead of myself because I was gonna say, but let's was there any more on that? That's it, right? Yeah, so let's drop that. Let's drop that. Let's get Psalms 147 and 19. Let's go to Psalms 147 and 147 and 19. Yeah, okay. All right. 47, 19. All right. Let me know when you got that. Some of this. Uh-huh. Come on with it.
147 verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showeth his word. Now I'm gonna ask you. I want to see, you know, show me some priest. What's the Most High's word? And let me get a precept. Let me get a precept for it.
Precept for his word, sir.
What he showeth his word? What is his word?
Would it be the commandment?
Huh?
The commandment?
The commandments. I mean, you in there, but what I'm saying is, I want a precept though. I want a precept showing me what the word is, right? That this talking about right here. I'm gonna let you take a stab at it. If you know, let me see if I got it. You got some?
It's about the commandments.
Yeah, you in there. All right, I'm gonna get you. Hold that. Go to John 17 and 17. John 17.
17, sir?
Con.
Okay, Common Con, I got it.
Okay, come on with it.
Common Con. The book of John, chapter 17, and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
It says, sanctify them through
Do
thy
what?
truth. Thy truth.
No, what does it say to do?
I believe it means to clean it.
You want to know. You don't want to believe. You want to know that. You know what I'm saying? What you supposed to do if you don't know the word?
I'll go look it up.
God.
Kind of just took a stab at it.
Yeah. He said, I just took a stab at it. I mean, if you would have said it mean clean, you know what I'm saying? I would have might have let you get that. But if you said, I believe it's clean, you know what I'm saying? God. But yeah, the reason why we do that is because you can gain a whole lot just by looking up the definition of a word. You know what I'm saying? It'll increase your understanding as to what you're reading. You know what I'm saying? But for time's sake, I'm gonna just give it to you though. It does mean to clean, right? So sanctify them. Go ahead.
Sanctify them through thy word.
Oh no, no.
Thy word.
No. You missed something. You said the wrong word. Sanctify them through what?
Oh, Shalakia. Through thy truth.
So you get clean by this truth. Right? What makes you clean? Like you said, right? Oh, let me not say that. Let me not, because I'm still gonna get you with another one. Sanctify them through thy truth, right? So clean them with the truth. How do we all get clean?
Like to learn the truth.
No, I'm saying how were we able to get clean? We was once dirty, right? So what gave us the capability to even cleanse ourselves, to sanctify us? It's right here in what you're reading.
Pretty much like to learn the truth.
Yeah, you right up in it. Come on with it though. Give it to me a little more direct and personal.
Thy word is it?
No, you was right there with it when you were saying. So what it read 17 again from the top.
Sanctify them through thy truth.
Right. Think about that, right? So how did you get clean? If you okay, let's say you learn lies in the Christian church, right? You learn all the lies in the Christian church, which made you unclean, right? Because you was eating that pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You was committing adultery, probably selling drugs. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or what have you. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you was in there. You was lied to. You know what I mean? The lies made you unclean in the Christian church, right? I'm giving you the hints, right? So now, when you got the truth, right? How did you get the truth? And where did you get it from? I can't give you no more than that.
By coming into the UPK.
Yeah, you came into, but how you come into the UP? What made you decide to come into the UPK?
By hearing the brothers like preach.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You heard the brothers teaching the truth. You know what I mean? Now, you heard them teaching the truth, then you began to evaluate yourself and make adjustments according to what they was dropping, correct?
Right.
All right. So now read on.
Thy word is truth.
So what is the truth? What truth did you learn that made you come into the truth? That made you begin to examine yourself and adjust your conduct according to what the Most High said is acceptable. You with me?
The word, sir. Oh God. It's pretty much like I heard the word that they was teaching. So it's like the word, right?
So what was the words though? Give me the words. Give me the words they were saying that made you make adjustments to how you was living. Give me the words. Let me just put it out there plain for you. I'm coming a little too, Let me just be a little more straightforward, right? So, what was the brothers saying on the street that made you stop selling drugs? If that's what you was doing, that made you stop sleeping with another man's woman, you know what I'm saying? That made you stop shooting other brothers or robbing people. What words did the brothers say that made you change?
Oh God, sir, they was pretty much teaching the law.
There you go. Oh no, hold on. I just want you to. I'm gonna hear. I want to hear the rest. But that's it right there. Most High in Christ, man. I'm gonna give you a hand, my goddamn self, man. So we get some, some brothers and sisters up in here, man. You know what I mean? But the law, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Levi. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just because you got that right, I'm going to give you the precept for it. Go to Malachi 2 and 6 to show that and these will come in handy later. You know what I'm saying? When you busting down the scriptures, having them two things right there, they'll help you with other things. You know what I'm saying? But go to Malachi 2 and 6. We're going to get back on track. I just wanted to get that, you know what I'm saying, get that out the way. But Malachi 2 and 6.
So this is the book of Malachi chapter 2 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
The law of truth.
The what?
Was in his mouth.
The what?
Law of truth was in his mouth.
The law of truth. The law of truth. You know what I'm saying? So the law of truth, go ahead, was in his mouth. You know what I mean? Brothers out there speaking, you know what I'm saying, teaching our people that have been miseducated in these Christian churches, the law, statutes, and commandments, right? You know what I mean? That's what's in our mouth when we go out there and we blaze on them corners. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go ahead.
And iniquity was found in his lips.
Hold on, nope. Rewind that back just a little bit. Iniquity. Start at iniquity.
And iniquity was found in his lips.
No, you skipping one word.
Was not found.
Yeah. Iniquity was not found in his lip. What is iniquity?
I'm not too sure.
Iniquity? So what we gonna do? You got your 22 with you? You ain't got that deuce?
I was gonna go to the Google.
Okay. I guess you could do that. Let's see what it say. You ain't got your when you got the deuce, you know what I'm saying? That joint right there, it's gonna give you precepts to show you. You know what I'm saying? That got iniquity in it. You know what I'm saying? Versus you just going to that. Yeah. So you got one though, right? Because I got two if you need one.
Not like I said, I do need one.
You know what the deuce deuce is, right?
It's the compact Bible dictionary.
God. All right, no sweat. Yeah. So next time I see you, I'll give you that. I give you it's a little beat down. You know what I'm saying? But he get the job done. You know what I'm saying? God. Yeah, so iniquity is sin. I'ma just, for time's sake. Iniquity is sin. Iniquity was not found in his lips. You know what I'm saying? The same way that iniquity is found in the lips of your Christian pastor, of Martin Luther King, T.D. Jakes, Al Sharpton, you know what I mean? Eddie Long, Creflo Dollar. Iniquity is found in their lips. You see what I'm saying? They gonna teach you lies. They not gonna teach you the truth according to the Most High. You know what I mean? But let's drop that. I just wanted to show you that the word is the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But so go back to Psalms 147 and 19. All right. You know, when you got that, just go ahead and read it. Dang. I had about 30 of these things ready to blow. All right. Come on with it.
It says, Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Who is Jacob? I want you to tell.
He's the forefather of all 12 tribes.
That's right. He's the progenitor of the 12 tribes that make up the nation of Israel. Right? Jacob could also be referring to the nation of Israel. Right? He showed his word to Jacob, but he showed his word to Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto Israel. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So the descendants of Jacob. Go ahead. Oh, Salakia. Salakia. The statutes. I just overlooked that. What are the statutes? Let's make sure I got that.
Oh, the statutes?
Yeah, what is a statute?
Like the law, right? Oh, well,
No, you got it. That's right. The written law. A statute. It's not statue like a statue, like a, but it's a statute. You know what I'm saying? Which is the written law. You know what I mean? So the law of Moses. Right? Go ahead.
he has not.
Hold on. Rewind it back. His statutes. Right after his statutes.
Oh, Salaki, sir. His statutes and his judgments.
And his judgments. What are the judgments?
Like pretty much, like if you break a law, you know what I mean? Like what it says, in Deuteronomy 20:27.
Come on.
Like what it says in Deuteronomy.
Think about where we're at right now and what we just read about the statutes. So you have the written law of Moses, right? Just think about America, right?
Right.
You got written laws, right? Now, think about a judge. What does a judge do if you break those laws?
The judge would have to pretty much, give out like a judgment, like based upon what law was broken.
Yeah, and then what is that for breaking that law? What would that be called? It's a punishment, right?
Right.
So you got the written law, If you break the written law, if you break a law, right, then you have the punishments for breaking those laws. Like let's say, uh, like I know you can't even carry a switchblade in Massachusetts, right? You can't carry a switchblade. If you do get caught with a switchblade, you could face a prison sentence of not a prison sentence, but a jail sentence of, if I'm not mistaken, two 2 years, two and a half years to up to 5 years or something like that. Something along those lines, if I'm not mistaken. If you a convicted felon or something like that, and you get caught with a double-edged blade or something like that, you know what I mean? Now you being punished for breaking those laws. You know what I'm saying? So he showed his word unto Jacob. He showed Jacob the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I mean? His statutes, the written law, you know what I mean, that came from Moses, you know what I mean, and his judgments unto Israel, the punishments for breaking those crimes unto Israel. So now we had the knowledge of what was lawful and unlawful and the punishments that we would receive for breaking those laws. Go ahead.
Unto Israel, he have not dealt so with any nation.
Right. He doesn't now what do you call that? What would somebody call that if I only dealt with my people, right? If I didn't deal with everybody, but I only dealt with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? What would they say about that? What would they call somebody like that? Huh?
They would say racist.
Right. They would say you a racist. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High doesn't deal with everybody. So what I want to know to the Christian that says we're racist because we only deal with so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, as far as dropping his truth and as far as intermarrying and things that along those lines, are if you say we're racist for that, what are you calling the Most High? That's what I want to know. What are you saying about the Most High? Are you saying the Most High is racist? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
You understand? I would watch my mouth on how I speak about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That would be something wise. You know what I'm saying? All we doing, anything that we saying, that we teach, that we abide by, is all because the Most High stated that that's how we should roll. You know what I'm saying? Or that's how the Most High move, and we move how the Lord move. You know what I mean? The Lord don't eat. He say don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster. We don't do that. You know what I mean? The Most High say, don't trust your enemies. We don't do that neither, right? He say that I can't lie to my brother. I don't lie to my brother. You know what I'm saying? He say I can't sleep with my brother's woman. I don't sleep with my brother's woman. You know what I'm saying? He say, you know, to not integrate with your oppressor. I don't do that either. You understand? Why? Not because it's something that I created in my own mind. It's not because I'm leaning on to my own understanding or trying to make my lust the truth, what I desire the truth, like so many of your Christian pastors. But the reason why I operate the way I do, me and my brothers, is because we serve the Most High. You understand? You with me? All right, Most High Christ. Was there any more on that? Yeah, come on with it. Let's wrap that one up. Dang, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through all this. Let me see. And as for his judgments, as we know now, are the punishments. Go ahead. They have not known them. Who is they? They that it's talking about? It's talking about the heathens, right? They don't know what those punishments are like. They don't know what it's like to live with roaches and rats. You understand? To worry about bullet holes coming, bullets flying through your house. You know what I mean? They don't know what it's like to be in absolute poverty without any army of your own, without any way of, expanding your economic, growth or anything of that nature. Why? Because they have that. You know what I mean? They not being punished for breaking the laws of the Most High because the law wasn't even given to them. You understand that? The law was given to the Israelites. It was shown to Jacob, and it was, passed down to his descendants, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Correct? All right. Let's see, any more on that?
It says, praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So drop that. Let me get, 11 and 1. I mean, so I just gave you the chapter and the verse. I didn't even give you the book. Let me get Genesis 11 and 1. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to just do this. Try to do this without reading the scriptures. I was trying to read it with you. Let me just see if I can get it while you're saying it. You know what I mean? My joint done died on me. My tablet. Mm-hmm.
Genesis chapter 11 verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language.
One language. The whole earth, right? It's talking about all the people on the earth. The language is literally talking about a dialect, right? So this is comparative to how America is considered a melting pot, right? And how the primary language for Americans is English, right? So the whole earth, right? Meaning what? The different nations in the earth. You got all kind of different nations inside of America, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got all different kind of nations inside of America. And when they come here, what's something that they, that they do? Offer it.
Learn to speak English.
Learn to speak English. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you East Indian, don't matter if you Asian or any of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what society professes that is something that's godly. You know what I'm saying? Something that is right according to the Most High, that everybody, you know what I'm saying, should all come together and be one, joining hand in hand, right? You know what I mean? We seeing that today. Well, this happened, you know what I mean, in Genesis. Something similar, like to what we see in America, happened in the book of Genesis. And we gonna get it. Go ahead. And of one speech. So they all expressed the same ideas, right? Generally, everyone expressed the same ideas. The speech, philosophy, ideology, right? What's some of the ideology in America? That is generally accepted. Come on.
What, like homosexuality and stuff like that?
Damn right. Homosexuality is an alternative lifestyle, right? You got the LGBTQ. You understand? And they marching in the streets of Boston for their equal rights. You know what I'm saying? You can't even say words that you would about one of these cats. You know what I mean? Like you would call them something that means a group of sticks, right? If you say, you know what a group of sticks is called, right? You know what I mean?
No lie.
You don't know what a group of sticks is called? Well, a group of sticks would be called, a faggot. You know what I'm saying? That's what a group of sticks would be called. That's another word for a group of sticks. It's fact. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you know what I mean? So, Salakia. If I'm not mistaken, I think a cigarette used to be called that too. You know what I mean? But definitely a group of sticks. And I could see why we call, some that's why they used to be called that. You know what I mean? Salaki. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can't even say that no more. You know what I mean? And people would agree that that's not wrong. And, you got some cats that used to say that word. I used to think they was hardcore gangsters. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, dang. And they used to say it all in the 90s and the early 2000s. And then I don't know what happened. I think when Obama came in, you know what I'm saying, and legalized that gay marriage, you know what I'm saying, that's when, well, I don't care if they that, but just don't bring it around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? You going, you done switched up to sell records. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? But that's something that's generally accepted in today's society. That homosexuality is an alternative lifestyle. You know what I mean? And everyone should have, the right to have their sexual preference be the same sex or the opposite. You know what I mean? Come on, give me something else. What's some more ideology?
Christmas and Easter.
That's the culture. That's the culture. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely ties into it as well. You know what I mean? Because you got different nations, you got cultures and things of that nature. But everybody that come over here, for the most part, you know what I mean, predominantly celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, New Year's, right? They all celebrate these things, right? So, yeah, come on, give me something else. Give me something else.
And ideology would be like, like black people is no good. You know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't say, okay, I would say that's a something that, is internal in most of our enemies and the oppressor about our people. However, I wouldn't say that that's generally accepted. You know what I'm saying? It's not accepted to say, things about black people, so to speak. You know what I mean? At least it's not. At least they don't want to have the perception that it is, right? If Donald Trump says something about, the Hispanic tribes being rapists and drug dealers, you know what I'm saying? Like you saying, that is correct. That is in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Or, he says all Haitians have AIDS. You know what I mean? Like things along those lines that might be in their heart, but it's not necessarily generally accepted in society. You know what I mean? What are some of the ideologies, the common ones I'm saying that's generally accepted?
I don't really know.
What about a woman should have reproductive rights? Her body, her choice. You know what I'm saying? Her body, her choice. Like you said, homosexuality, her body, her choice. What's some other things, man? Now, just because we running up on the time. Dang. All right, let me just run through this. But the whole point of this, what is a pattern that you starting to notice with all the ideologies that are generally accepted by the nations? What's something wrong with them? Like you and I believe that these are all wrong things, right? That we believe all these things are wrong. Why do we believe that? There was a time when we probably did think a woman should have a choice. You know what I mean? Or you might have said, well, I don't think you said that. You know what I mean? But let's just stick with the woman having a choice. You know what I mean? So what's wrong with that? Why do we think it's wrong?
Like freedom and stuff. Like
Freedom. You on to it. Hold on. You on to it with freedom. But why do we think their freedom is wrong?
because we live by laws.
Come on with it. That's it.
Folks, they just have
We live by the laws.
freedom of
What laws do we live by?
expression.
Hold on. What laws do we live by?
The commandments and
Whose laws?
the truth.
Whose laws? The Most High's laws. We live by the Most High's laws. And do they live by the Most High's laws? No. So you starting to notice the pattern that all of their ideologies are against what the Most High laid down, right?
Right.
All right, come on with it. Let's read on.
The whole earth was of one language and one speech, and it came to pass.
You in verse 2?
From the east.
Okay, hold on. So in essence, everyone speaks the same language and they express themselves in the same way, meaning that they have a common ideology, right? Go ahead. Read on verse 2.
Right. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar.
So what is a plain? A plain is a large area of flat land that doesn't have any trees. So it ain't nothing protruding out of the ground. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice flat piece of land, right? So they found a plain, and where?
The land of Shinar.
The land of Shinar. Shinar was an alluvial plain, right? You know what I mean? Meaning what? The ground was made of materials deposited by a river's running waters. You understand? So you got like clay, you got gravel, sand, you know what I mean? All of these components is making up the surface of the land that they found, right? This large plot of land, right? No. Go ahead. And they dwelt there, right? So they concluded their journey. They was journeying from the east, right? So they concluded their journey and they resided in Shinar, right? Go ahead.
And they said one to another.
So they conversed amongst themselves. Go ahead.
Go to, let us make brick.
Right? Let us make brick. So they made brick from scratch. Go ahead. Burn them thoroughly. Go ahead. I'm not too sure if that's like some type of heating process or nothing like that, so I don't want to tell you. I'm not sure why they burned it, but go ahead. And they had brick for stone, right? So they conversed amongst themselves. They had a plan of action and they executed. Now they have the brick. You know what I'm saying? Wait, read that last part.
And they had brick for stone.
They had brick for stone. Now they got brick for stone. So they got bricks everywhere, ready to build. Go ahead.
And slime had they for mortar.
It's slime or bitumen, right? It's bitumen is now bitumen could be used as a cement to make brick, right? It says they used it for mortar, right? That's what it said? Okay, Most High Christ. You know what mortar is, right? Come on with it. No, what is mortar?
Oh, so like it's like an adhesive almost that it helps bind together like cement.
That's right. So that's what they
Uh,
used.
it,
So they used the slime, the bitumen, as an adhesive for
right.
binding the brick and the stone together. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Uh, verse 3. And they said one to another, Salaki said, verse 4. And they said, go to, let us build us a city.
Right. So after they keep planning, they keep developing. You know what I'm saying? They keep making assessments. You know what I mean? They building. You know what I mean? So now they watching it manifest and they doing it to a point. It said they want, what did it say? Let us what?
Let us build us a city.
Let us build us a city. Now this is something colossal. You know what I'm saying? Like you just found a plot of land and you building on it. Now you're advancing to building a whole city. Like this ain't no little village or no town or nothing like that. Like imagine paving the roads and erecting buildings, all the buildings in Boston or Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? Imagine me and you, talking about building a city. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a major move, and that's the route that they going to. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and just think about the population. Just think about the population that would be needed to fill the face of that city. You know what I mean? Like this is a lot of people coming together on one accord. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And a tower.
And a tower. This is the Tower of Babel. Go ahead.
Whose top may reach unto heaven.
Now, this tower, this is the problem. This is what we discussed, right? Whenever all the nations come together, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that happens. You know what I'm saying? They said, let us make a what? A tower that what?
Whose top may reach unto heaven.
Whose top may reach on the heaven. So they wanted to erect this tower in an attempt to combat the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Just like you got just like we talked about before, the Space Force that Donald Trump got. You know what I'm saying? He got his old Space Force. They want to put nuclear weapons in outer space and all of that. You know what I mean? Because they think they're going to go to war with Christ and the angels when they return. Like, you don't believe it? Just look at all the movies, man. I be watching all these movies and I'm like, they really think that, if the Most High gonna come through on this earth, that they gonna, spark on them. You know what I mean? Like I was just watching, what is that? The End Game, the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Like you see how like at the end of that movie, how the cats came, like the Thanos cat, he came and he had the soldiers and they was marching and they had the big chariot over the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, man, and then they think you got the Africans popping out, the Hamites pop out, they gonna go to war. You know what I'm saying? You got Captain America, you know what I'm saying? And then they got the white horse, the white horse in Revelations. They got the white horse flying through and all that. You know what I mean? And then they showed some broad, she come through and just drive a hole clean through the motherboard. I'm like, man, they really think they about to go to war with the Most High, man. And I was watching one, it was a long time ago, X-Men, I don't know the last one though, but I was like, man, they really jacking the scriptures on this one right here, man. But all these movies, Independence Day, you know what I mean? They think they're going to go to war with the Most High, but they will not succeed, man. They going to fail miserably. But go ahead.
And let us make us a name,
And,
lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
right. Let us make us a name. So now, what is that saying? Let us come together under one identity and culture. You know what I'm saying? So now, this is everybody coming together, right? Everybody coming together, they building, you know what I'm saying? As far as the Christian church is concerned, this is heaven, you know what I mean, on earth. Because, you know, they thinking there's some spooky place, heaven gonna be somewhere else, but they thinking this is heaven on earth. You know what I mean? All the nations coming together, we under one identity. We all children of God, you know what I'm saying? Good night. You know what I mean? So they got one identity and culture, right? But this is the problem, like we discussed prior. The problem is that they coming together with Islam. They coming together with Christianity. You know what I mean? The freedom of religion. You know what I mean? All of these things right here. They coming through with one identity, one culture. You got Negroes talking about, I'm not black, I'm American. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think they're goddamn American. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? You know what's one better? There's one better, right? When they say we all bleed red. You know what I'm saying? We all humans. We all bleed red. We all humans. You know what I'm saying? Like one culture, one identity. But you and I both know what the problem is with that. The problem is with that is that the Lord's identity, the Lord's culture is going to get ejected out of that society. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going, you know, there's not going to be, you know what I mean? Imagine Christians coming together all over the goddamn earth and living on one plot of land. It's going to be pork chops and spare ribs and all kind of garbage going on. Gonna be eating dogs and cats with the Chinese, you know what I'm saying? Good night. It's a locky. But come on with it.
Oh, God. And the Lord came down to see the city and tower.
Hold on. I think you skipped some, priest. Hold on, you might have skipped some. Go back. Let us make us a name. Let us make us a name. That's what we was at, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad.
So this was an attempt. Yeah, so this was an attempt to avoid being separated from each other. Right? So everybody is together. Everybody's together. Right? Everybody's integrated. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's integrated into one society. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower.
So let me ask you this: did the Most High come out of His realm and then jump down on the earth? Did the Most High jump on the earth and just boop? I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Let me check this thing out. This is you know what I mean? Did the Most High just jump down and look at that tower? How did the Most High see this tower? How did the Most High know about the tower?
So like you said, like through the angels.
That's right. How you know that?
I was just
Preset. Preset. You got it? You got a preset? I just hit you off, you know, for time's sake. But you could go to Job. You could go to Job 1:6. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna show you, just cause I don't want to go there, just cause, you know, I want to get the rest of the story. But Job 1:6, it's gonna show you that the angels of the Most High go to and fro in the earth, and they give report to the Most High. The Most High has a council with the angels, and they give a report as to what's going on in the earth. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just think about it. Like, let's say you go out there and you go find a camp spot you scout the camp spot, you know what I mean? And then you take a few pictures while you out there at the camp spot that you scouting for Rhode Island, you know what I mean? And then what you do with it? What do you do with that information that you gathered? You know, the police out here at this time, woo woo, you know what I mean? You see some fake cats out here. I just say that, you know what I mean? But you see some cats out here that ain't in the truth, you know what I mean? What do you do with that information?
You send it back to your idol, to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah, exactly. You give it, you, yeah, the men that you report to, the man that you reporting to on that matter, that's who you give that information to. So you might send me pictures of what the camp spot looked like. You might send me a video. You know what I'm saying? You might tell me something that you saw when you was out there. You know what I mean? The angels come to and fro on the earth. They go to and fro and they give that report back to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't jump down on the earth, man. You know what I mean? But go ahead. Like that's the Lord is beyond that. You know what I mean? Like the Most High. You telling me that the commander in chief of the United States don't go and doesn't go and drop a bomb on the top commander of Iran, but the Most High, you know, he comes down on the face of the earth to get his hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? A boss don't get their hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got soldiers for. You know what I mean? But let's read on. Who are the children of men? The children of men are the other nations that are not Israelites. Go ahead. So now the Most High has hold on, Salakia. So now the Most High has a report on the tower and what it looks like or what have you. All the intelligence that he needs on the tower he has. Go ahead. Hold on. No, go read that. Read 6 from the top.
And the Lord said, behold, the people is one.
So this is a council with the Most High and the angels, right? The people are one. What is that? America's unity, equality talk. Go ahead. Let me try to run through this a little quicker. So they accomplished what they set out to do. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them.
Nothing will be restrained from them. What does it mean when it says nothing will be restrained from them? This is talking about, you know, any lust that they have won't be restrained from them. Like you will restrain yourself from doing something that is against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I'll restrain myself from doing something against the Most High. But they're not going to restrain themselves from doing anything. Like just like we talked about inside of America, you can fulfill any lust that you have out here. You know what I'm saying? If 2 men want to get married, they can get married. 2 women want to get married, they can get married. You know what I'm saying? You wanna smoke weed, you could smoke weed. You know what I mean? You wanna what else, man? You wanna murder your babies, you can murder your babies, right? So nothing will be restrained from them. They're not gonna have anything that keeps them in order. They're gonna be a lawless people. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Like that's a lawless lifestyle when nothing is restrained from you. And you could do whatever you want to do. You don't live by any moral code of conduct. Go ahead.
Which they have imagined to do.
Go ahead.
Go to, let us go down and let us go down and there confound their language.
Let us go down there and confound their language. So the Most High finalized his decision to divide mankind. You understand? Because when mankind come together, we do great evil. Well, they do great evil against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord finalized that decision, and he said, let's what?
Let us go down and confound their language,
Go ahead.
that they may not understand one another's speech.
That they may not understand one another's speech. So this was a tactic. This was a strategy that the Most High used in order to divide these people. One was confounding their language. You know what I'm saying? You think about how powerful a language can be in dividing two people. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you got somebody that speaks Spanish and somebody that doesn't speak Spanish. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even understand what each other is saying. You know what I mean? So our whatever we building on, whatever we trying to communicate to each other is prolonged and it's hindering our growth with each other. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You go to, it's like somebody come from another country. Like if I go ahead and I drop you off in China right now, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know what the heck to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't speak that language. You see what I'm saying? You go up in Chinatown or what have you, man, and they all speaking that Chinese, man. You ain't gonna know what they saying. Somebody could be setting you up to kill you. And because you don't understand the language that they speak, you know what I mean, you are at a complete disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? That's how divisive of a tool language could be. You know what I'm saying? But let's go.
So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth.
Right. So the Most High separated them. Now, this is like we were gonna go and rank order. I know, but I was trying to get Yahweh Shai up in there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get Yahweh Shai up in there. I got a few joints with him to show, cause like the Most High and Christ, you know what I'm saying, is the two prominent, and Paul, but Christ and the Most High are the two prominent figures in Christianity. You know what I'm saying? That they profess to love, right? That every Christian gonna tell you they love the Most High. You know what I mean? Every Christian gonna tell you they know the word of God and what have you. They go to church every Sunday. You know what I mean? But you ain't know that the Most High just divided his people because he was displeased with all of these different nations coming together on one accord, speaking the same language. Like, it don't get no more unified than that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if everybody on the face of the earth today came together, right? And you know what I mean? You ain't got the conflicts in the Middle East. You got Russia and America and Iran and Israel and what have you. All of them are in perfectly joined together. You know what I'm saying? Their military is one military. You know what I'm saying? It ain't this military against that military. You know what I'm saying? Which is what everybody claims they want. They want that world peace. You know what I'm saying? The one world order. You know what I'm saying? Like the United Nations. They all want to come together. You know what I'm saying? But that's not realistic. And, you know what I'm saying? That's not the objective when you're talking about, you know, the mission of the Most High. Because the Most High right here clearly, you know what I'm saying, if you was listening, everything that we read previously is the Most High, you know, showing how he's pro-Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. You know what I'm saying? And how he doesn't care for anyone else that is not Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You know what I mean? And he's not for everybody coming together. He doesn't want everybody to be on one accord. You know what I mean? Because he made a decision with the angels, you know what I mean, to divide the people that was in the earth. You see what I'm saying? God. Dang, I was gonna give you the ones with Yahweh shot, but I guess we get that another time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's only 5 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? You got any questions or anything like that? All right, Most High Christ. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess with that, I'm gonna roll on you, priest. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakathum. My brothers, y'all smaller Thun Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, their sisters. You know what I'm saying? We about to get up out of here, y'all. All right. All right, priest. So I'm gonna get with you. All right. All right, Sister Barakathum. All right, Lord of Christ.